On today's show, an interview with Auto Club Revolution team lead Doug Wolff of Eutechnyx. All right, well, I'm here with Doug Wolff. Doug?
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming to the studio. Doug is the team lead for Auto Club Revolution by Eutechnyx. And Doug, what are you guys doing in town here? GDC?
Yeah, I mean, we've come in to GDC to sort of show off Auto Club Revolution. Particularly, we have this promotion that we're doing with BMW, cooperative project thing that we're doing, and we're kind of demoing that, and we're going to be revealing it. It's a pretty exciting thing for us. So it's called the BMW Experience, and we're going to be showing that to different journalists. And we thought, you know, we're in San Francisco, pop down and see you guys.
Cool. So we're like GDC South.
Yeah, it's like GDC South. It's like this room is GDC South.
Awesome. I love it. So a little bit about you, Doug. How long have you been with Eutechnyx? What other titles have you worked on before Auto Club?
I mean, I've been with Eutechnyx for 6 years, just over 6 years, and I've sort of moved my way up through all the different racing titles that we've done, and working on different aspects of them. But this is sort of the first sort of big, complete project that we're working on. It was a whole new kind of direction for the company, so we got a bunch of sort of staff from all the other projects, kind of assembled like a dream team to put this together, and I'm lucky to be a part of that.
Cool. Now, actually, that's another couple of my questions. So, dream team, dev team, where are you guys located?
Okay, most of the dev team is located in the United Kingdom, in a place called Gateshead, which is near a bigger place called Newcastle. It's in the northeast. It's sort of a hot spot for games at the moment, particularly of the driving genre, and you know, we have a really good core of expertise there. We have other studios around the world. We have some studios in China. We've got a small office in America. We've got another studio in the UK and London as well. So it's a fairly global operation.
So now, do you guys share resources? Now, NASCAR 2011 Supercar Challenge, you guys all one team, or they're little teams, or you guys all work together?
The company is spread into separate teams for the particular projects, but we have like a shared technology base. So the guys who are involved in the handling on those titles do the handling on Auto Club Revolution. You know, we share the same sort of physics engine, and we kind of can turn on parts of it that we need that are particular to the title, and kind of collaborate and get the best kind of setup with the physics that you need for whatever your particular audience you're going to hit. So we share a lot of things. We share a lot of expertise. We also sort of have our own identities as teams.
Cool. So, what do you consider yourself as far as the gaming world goes? Are you a hardcore sim racer? Are you more of a gamer? Where do you feel that you fall into that world? Well,
to be honest with you, the whole team is made up of people from a bunch of different areas. I mean, we have hardcore sim guys. We've got some really casual guys. Richard Towler is, as you said, alien status. Alien status.
Yeah.
I'm kind of more in the middle, and I think that's kind of a good place to be. Being lead on the team, sort of. Forza kind of base, but like I have played some of the hardcore sim, and I have played some of the more casual titles. But everybody comes together, and everybody brings their own views to design and sort of development decisions. And I think that's how we can kind of try and hit that sweet spot that we're aiming for.
Very nice. So a little bit about what you were talking about, BMW. What's going on there?
Right. So
some cool stuff.
Right now, we're working really closely. I mean, we have great relationships with a bunch of the different motor manufacturers, but right now we're working really closely with BMW on launching the Series 1 M Coupe in Auto Club Revolution. So we're running a sort of a co-project with them to try and create a little challenge for you to go in. You can customize the car up, do a little of a specialized lap, and then you get that car in Auto Club Revolution to use as you want to and take into races and stuff. And nice. It's just really a way to sort of promote a particular car in kind of like a spotlight, kind of get a spotlight on a particular car in ACR.
Very cool. Let's move on a little bit more about ACR tracks. Just announced Daytona.
Yeah.
What else you got in the pipe?
Right now we've got some fantasy tracks, some real-world tracks. Real-world tracks, the ones that are sort of coming up next, will be Hockenheim and Indy. We're doing the infield circuit at Indy. Yeah, the road course, not the oval.
Nice.
And because Daytona's an oval, and we've just put that in, so we thought
makes sense.
And then we have some fancy ones. Currently, there's a Lakeside Italia kind of track that we're working on, which is sort of like cliffs and tunnels and stuff, and just for a different kind of feel with some multiple routes, and kind of do something that's a little more evocative in terms of like a particular place, maybe a bit more fantasy.
Cool. Let's talk about your track design. CAD data, GPS, what do you guys use? Video? photos? What do you guys use to design your tracks?
It depends from track to track. Some tracks you are lucky enough to get CAD data, particularly if the track has had modifications recently. That tends to be available. Sometimes it's just video. I mean, I think it's a lot of racing and playing and testing a track and making it accurate as possible, and then kind of building off that base.
So let's talk about cars. New cars. How frequent are they going to come out?
You know, I mean, we're really strongly committed to sort of, monthly content drops. So there will be multiple new cars coming out every month. As fast as we can kind of make them, we're going to get them in there.
And how much? Price?
I mean, pricing is really interesting to discuss. The one thing about ACR is there will always be free content in ACR. So as you sort of go through all the classes of cars, there will always be a free car in every class. And you'll have the opportunity to purchase cars, and there'll be cars in there for $1. There'll be cars in there for, a couple more dollars than that. But like I said, there'll never be any philosophy where you can pay to win, and it'll be trying to get that experience of a particular car or a particular class of car. You might maybe want a different one than the free one, and that's the kind of way it's going to roll out.
While we're on cars, physics. Is the physics engine similar or the same as what you guys have used in the past? What technology are you guys using? Or is it proprietary? Is this something that Technics has developed?
Yeah, it's a 100% proprietary physics engine. It's based, obviously, on our heritage of years of physics engines that we put in various different titles. We sort of pick and chose the parts of it we wanted for ACR to kind of get the experience kick-started with the right physics setup. It's a sim core that we build, assists on to try and make it as accessible as we can. But I mean, the reason why we can do a promotion with someone like BMW is because there is a sim core in there, and the Series 1M handles like a Series 1M, and you need a simulation core to get that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tire model. What are you guys doing as far as tire model goes? Or is that based on what you guys have used in the past?
We definitely have the shared tire model that we've brought along in our previous titles. At the moment in ACR, we're concentrating on there's so many variables. I mean, there's all the different cars and all the different classes. There's all the different sort of different lap times people are doing, and then we have all those performance upgrades in there. So we've kind of kept the tire model simple to start with. I mean, there are 3 classes of tire in there. A sort of a street sport and a racing tire. At the moment, we can expand that, and we can go into the tire temperature and the tire wear. But for now, we've kind of kept it simple to try and get all of our ducks in a row and all the other stuff, and then we'll see where the community really wants to take that.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
So open beta, you guys getting close to that? Because you're still in the key closed beta phase. Is that right around the corner?
Yeah, I mean, we are really close to open beta at the moment. The code that we're running, if you go live to the website, that is open beta code. The stuff we're doing to sort of get ready for open beta, I mean, we're still closed, but the stuff we're doing to get ready for open beta is mainly infrastructure behind the scenes, but a lot of sort of like just the marketing and the licensing and just making sure everything's lined up to go at that perfect time, and we are very close.
That's great to hear. So damage, you guys going to have damage implemented in?
I mean,
I know we talked about your engine, so it's obviously there.
Yeah, I mean the damage is there. Again, that's a place we can go if there's demand for it, and if the community really wants that. At the moment, we're concentrating on getting the content in, making sure there's enough cars, enough tracks, enough upgrades. Damage, is something we could bolt on, but at the moment we're focusing on what we got, and it's definitely a place we'd like to go.
Let's go back to your pricing structure a little bit. I meant to ask this when we were talking about it. Tracks. Track's going to be
we have a fairly strong philosophy that tracks are always going to be free. The last thing you want to do is get in a situation where you're going to go off and buy a track, and then for some reason, maybe not a lot of people have picked that particular track, and then you have a smaller set of people racing it, and that's not fun for everyone. So I think the core in ACR is, buy a car, but race it wherever you want to.
How often are you going to come out with new tracks?
I mean, again, we're trying content as quickly as possible. There will be monthly content drops. Some of those might only be cars. Some of them might be a car and a track. What's really interesting to us is tying stuff together. So, maybe there is a particular German supercar that we're going to be putting in the game. At the same time, we can wrap it up in Hockenheim and really make an event out of it and make a weekend out of it and kind of build some excitement and build some sort of momentum in the community. And I think it's not a question of how many, it's a question of when's the right time.
Good. Okay. Cool. Actually, events. You're gonna once you guys get open, you guys gonna be doing ongoing.
I mean, right now the community is running sort of ad hoc kind of events with our community. Our community management will go, hey, why don't everyone get on Daytona, this weekend and just have some fun. Our Daytona was totally 100% not rained out, so you could have raced Daytona on Sunday. But and that's kind of going to evolve into more formalized structures within the game and push through the game engine and push through the game design. So yeah, I mean, definitely there's a strong competition vein that will be coming up through both sort of, intense expert competition and also some more like fun kind of stuff as well.
You mentioned rain. Not going to be in the game?
All right. So weather, big question. I mean, you've already mentioned the puddles on
which are really cool
on the previous video in LA River.
LA River, right?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. There is scope for that. Again, shared technology that has appeared in some of our other titles. Not focusing it at the moment. I mean, I think rain's one of those things that everybody loves. Everybody loves to talk about rain. Oh, we're going to have rain. Oh, I can't. The rain looks so beautiful. So they watch the rain and they do it. Oh, look at my car sliding out. Yeah, time to set my lap and I'll just race in the dry.
So 8 players currently. Planning on expanding on that at all? Or?
I mean, we've got the core of the technology to go to 16 if we need to. Right now, particularly in the phase of beta, we are smaller groups and lots of races is sort of our test strategy. There'll be a right time again to go to 16, and I think that's definitely on the cards. But right now, we're kind of topping at 8. Make sure we're really, really rock solid at 8 and go from there.
So PC based, you guys have gone into that, obviously that world. Planning on going to the console, or?
I mean, right now. Where we are, when we moved into a PC-only space and a web space for Auto Club Revolution, our horizons went really, really wide. It was just like we could do whatever we want to in terms of content rollouts, how we bring social features and stuff in the game. And I think where we are is really, really interesting. Maybe there's a generation of consoles that are going to come out there, maybe in the near future. I don't have any inside information on that. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just
720, Xbox.
Yeah, I haven't seen a kit, but I mean, whatever it is, whatever the sort of new generation is going to come out, I think the Sonys and the Microsofts are going to get into a place where it's a little bit freer, and then maybe if it's more PC democratic kind of space, that would be a super good fit for ACR. I mean, I think right now PC is just providing us with so many opportunities in running a game that's a platform. I think that's where we want to be right now. But I think that the future is definitely going to have consoles are a lot more PC, web 2.0, 3.0 in their kind of thought process.
I was thinking that myself too for the next generation. So Auto Club Revolution is big time community based. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you guys got going on there?
I mean, first of all, our commitment to the community is huge. I mean, the community is they're the people that really have the ownership in this game because they come on and they play it and they really create the experience. So we've hired a whole bunch of community managers. We've hired 4 specific community managers just to deal with Auto Club Revolution in particular territories. And we're really trying to go in there and engage the community, find out more about what they want, and kind of help them shape the game as much as we shape the game. And I think it's a real collaboration, a game like this, where you're a platform, you're bringing out content all the time. It's kind of like a joint contract, if you will, with the community and the developers, and together the game kind of sits in the middle. And I think that's where we want to be.
It's a good way to look at it. I like that. Another question, not really about community, but there's a lot of different communities in our genre.
Yeah.
And in our genre, who do you see as your competition?
I think I really come from a place where I think there's room for all the different games that are currently out there or have been announced. I think,
and we agree with that 100%.
I think to be honest with you, what we're doing with our relationships with the motor manufacturers and kind of bringing that in and kind of bringing that group together, we've kind of got a niche for ourselves that we feel quite confident that we're the only ones in. And I think there is some spillover into some other products. You know, I mean, we all know them; they're all out there. But I think, you know, there can be a healthy exchange with those groups, and kind of we can all work together to sort of make the racing community online as strong as possible, because that's the only way we're going to grow.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that's going to wrap things up, Doug.
Cool.
Thank you so much for coming down coming to South GDC.
South
here.
GDC. No, honestly, it was awesome to come see you guys and like talk to you about racing games and stuff, and talk to you about Auto Club Revolution and what we want to do with it. It's so good to get feedback from guys like you. It's just fantastic.
And it was fun giving you guys feedback. You know, I told you guys this behind the scenes. We don't really consider ourselves journalists. We're sim racers that got into this because of our passion for this. And we love what you guys are doing. We wish you guys the best with this. And we're going to continue to cover it on the show. So as you guys got stuff coming up, feed it to us and we'll be talking about it. We'll tell our viewers all about it. And
awesome. Like, we really appreciate your support. I mean, you know, that's what we like about you guys. You know, it's just we can sit down and chew the fat on how many hours on racing games now have we been talking?
I think if I answered that might sound a bit weird.
Yeah, it's all degrading at the end. That's what's happening. It's hand waving now. And
so, Doug, again, thanks.
Awesome.
It's been great talking, and looking forward to seeing you again and hearing more about Auto Club Revolution.
Awesome. Thanks very much.
Alrighty.